What's going on, guys? Roger here with QVO Tactical. Now, you guys all know that I'm a big fan of the 1911 platform. There is one brand in particular of 1911 that I have not had the opportunity to check out until now. Recently, they have come out with a new feature-rich 1911 that we got to take out onto the range. Of course, I'm talking about the new Kimber Rapide Heat 1911 chambered in 45 ACP. Now, as always, I like to tell you guys how I go about getting these products in for review. Earlier this year, we attended TriggerCon out in Kansas, and while at that event, I got to meet with Everett of Kimber, and he told me about some new guns that they had coming out this year. He asked us if we would like to check them out on the channel, and with me being a 1911 fan, of course I said yes. So here we are. Everett and Kimber did send these guns to us free of charge for us to use in this video and for future content, so guys, please keep that in mind as you watch this review. Alright guys, with that out of the way, let's jump into the range footage. As always, we recorded our first rounds through the gun, so here is Gil, Landon, and myself shooting our first rounds through the new Kimber Rapide Heat. Alright guys, we are out here on the range with the Kimber 1911, a Rapide Heat model. Back to my roots, shooting a single stack 45 1911. Definitely feels great in the hand. I really dig the weight of a full metal frame that goes into the grip, not a grip module, but the actual grip and frame are all one. But shooting some, I believe these are 230 grain 45 ACP, and let's see how the first 10 rounds go. Just shooting like 7 yards out, here we go. Man, so one thing, ever since I've been shooting 1911s, definitely there's always recoil, but man, the return to zero on this is no different. It goes right back to where my dot was when shooting. Coming over here, Gil, look at the grouping. I mean, I started speeding up the cadence, and we're talking, like, that's all A-zone. Granted, guys, we're only at 7 yards, but 45, like, it just feels really good to shoot, and like, you literally see it rise and come right back to zero, and the dot is just exactly where I just left it when I shot that previous shot. So loving it for follow-up shots, feels really good. Granted, guys, you know, I'm a little partial to single stack 1911s, being that's what I carried my entire law enforcement career, but I'm gonna have Gil and Landon hop up and get their thoughts. All right, we got Landon up now. You shoot a lot of like 45 1911s?
No.
All right.
This would be probably my third time in my life shooting a 45 1911.
All right, well, I think we picked a good one to do it for. Go for it, bud.
Oh, definitely. Definitely got a little bit of hop compared to what I'm used to shooting 9, but that group, I'll take that all day. So this is gonna be about 9 hits. This one I threw low because I was trying to go fast, so I went whoop. But I'll take that all day long. Like you said, that trigger is crispy, track's good, and I'm starting to get more used to red dots, and that's definitely starting to show.
All right, we got Gil up now. Go for it, bud. I think everybody's surprised by that first shot, me included. You can just see it in the reaction. But
oh yeah, man! As soon as you shoot that thing, I'm so used to shooting 9mm, so when you see you get that 45, it's just like boom. But man, it returned to zero super fast, like you were saying.
Sweet. So we all kept it alpha. Granted, again, guys, we're only at 7 yards, nothing crazy, but it feels good. I dig it. What you think?
I like it. It's fun. There's a lot of thump in there.
Now, I didn't realize it until I was editing this video, but Landon's group was insanely close together. Definitely something that I can appreciate in a handgun that I might carry for defensive purposes. The next thing we did on the range was to get this dot zeroed at 10 yards. All right, guys, so just shot 3 rounds. Originally, when I got the RMR installed, I just slaved it to the irons, coat witnessed it off of there, and I mean, we're sitting literally like a ½ inch right, ½ inch up, but that's 3 rounds, guys. So accuracy-wise, yeah, I mean, obviously 5-inch threaded barrel, so we're talking 5.4-inch barrel. And a 45 ACP, but definitely gives you the confidence you want when zeroing, and if you're choosing it for a carry gun, in my opinion, when your gun can group like that. So I'm gonna move it over just a little bit, get to here, and we should be good to go. I think I went right instead of left. All right, guys, so on my first initial adjustment, I actually went right instead of left, but as you can see here, we still got a tight 3-round group. Made my correct adjustments and used this bottom right diamond since this guy was kind of shot out. And again, we have 3 rounds touching in the center of the diamond. Definitely gives me the confidence that I want, you know, in a firearm when picking it up and making a decision to carry it. If you guys are wondering how we do the whole like zeroing with our handguns, we did a whole video on zeroing red dots on handguns. There's many ways to do it, guys, but the way that we do it to get these type of results, we use a table, we use a bench rest. It's all linked in that video. But I like to remove, you know, all of the human element out of it. I'm the variable in there that's causing the errors. So I like to take as much of it as I can out with using a table and a bench rest, and then we can produce these types of results right here. Now that we had a really solid zero with the Trijicon RMR, I wanted to run our favorite drill, the build drill. .2. Looks like first shot was a 1.3 and a split was a .16, but all really good hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is what I want all day long. And again, 2.20 total. Let's see if I can speed that up a little bit and get under sub 2. .16, so what, 4/10 of a second faster, 1.25, and then I ended up 1, 2, 3. So I saw these 1, 2, 3, and then I went up and 1, 2, 3. Good hits in regards to actual shot placement on the body, sure, but we want them all here. Let's go one more time. .209. First shot was a 1.2. Not sure if I kept that clean though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are you? Number 6. 6. So 1 out of the A. I'll take it all day long though. All right, Landon, our Vegas competition shooter here. What did you say earlier, a pro amateur?
I am a professional amateur here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Professionally from Hawaii, though.
All right, let's get your build drill. 45 ACP, single stack, Kimber 1911. Let's go. Nice, 2.3. First shot was a 1.44. How are we looking?
So, you know, on the next run, in our journey for accuracy, we're going to start to lock our wrists. Because you can see we all impacted up here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6?
Yeah, you got 6 on there.
Yeah, eventually we'll have a migration down into the actual target that we're aiming for. And it's going to happen on the next run.
.25. First shot was a 1.41. Best split was a .15.
So, pretty happy with that shot, but obviously we again started to track up, and the main issue is I'm just not used to it. I'm starting to lock my wrist way too late, and that's why I'm starting to get these impacts climbing up. I'm starting to obviously keep them a little bit lower, but I can do a lot better, and hopefully on this next run we'll make it happen.
So of course you just ran a good run, but the iPhone malfunctioned, so you did get hits here. But let's go again. You get it clean. Let's go. You got this.
Yeah, we can do it again. That wasn't luck, obviously.
Stand by. .46. First shot 1.55. Best split was a .16.
I can already see him. Started to speed up because the dot was there, and then again started to
Still
throw
good though.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. So again, 3 here, 3 right there.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at them, especially for defensive stuff like you were saying. It's on that center line, which is where you want to hit. I just I'm super competitive, you know. Can't let it go. Being a professional amateur league like that. But overall, dude, the gun shoots really good. I mean, it does track where you're looking. I like it.
.95. First shot was a 1.75. Let's go take a look. Woo, those 3 almost touching though. Nice, that's good. So you got 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what? That's 5 alpha, 1 off the target. That's good, man.
Yeah. That last one, I just dipped it down a little. I anticipated the shot. I could see it when I hit it.
That's good. You know what happened. Let's go again. .92, 165 was the first shot. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, that's clean. So you're doing sub 4 clean, running a single stack 45 1911, which is definitely not in your wheelhouse, so it's good on you.
Yeah.
Let's on this last one. Let's just see if we can speed it up a little bit.
Okay.
There you go, almost a full second faster. How was the accuracy though? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There's definitely something in there. 5. I don't see anything else off, so you probably have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's probably in here. Cool, man.
Yeah.
So almost under 3.
Yeah, I just got to control that. This freaking gun a little better.
Now, if you're curious about how we film this portion of the video with our shot times overlaid onto our footage, I'll explain for you. We are using the new SG shot timer from Shooters Global. This is a new shot timer that has recently come to market and easily has some of the coolest features that I've seen in a shot timer to date. Guys, in short, the shot timer syncs up with your smartphone and allows you to video record through your phone while having all of your split times and shot times overlaid directly onto your footage. It's a really cool tool that allows us to show you our hits and our speed in real time. If you'd like to get one of these, be sure to use our link down below in the description of this video and also use code QBOTactical, all one word, on their website. We appreciate the support. You're also going to notice the much better sound quality now with this footage. We have the new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the iPhone 15 uses the USB-C interface. Therefore, we're able to grab a compatible wireless microphone to use in conjunction with the iPhone when we film these portions of the video. Now, I do have a quick question for you guys out there watching this video, and you're maybe thinking about making content of your own in the gun industry. Would you guys like to see a video showing how you can use just your iPhone to make videos similar to what we do here on the channel? If that's something that you would be interested in, please let me know, and we can make a dedicated video showing how you can create gun content, gun review content very similar to ours, using only your iPhone to get started. All right, now since this Kimber 1911 is a threaded barrel model, of course we had to bring out a suppressor for it. For this video, we utilized my Griffin Armament Rev 45 suppressor, and from the footage you are about to see, we can all agree that we were very impressed. All right, guys, now for some fun. Obviously, if we're gonna be shooting some 45 230 grain, which is already subsonic, we're gonna strap on a Griffin Armament Rev 45 can. I haven't shot this can yet, so it's gonna be fun here. Our buddies over at Griffin sent this to us. They are awesome supporters of the channel. We appreciate it. So yeah, Kimber 1911, a Rapide, the Heat variant with a Griffin Armament Rev 45. Let's see how this doesn't sound. So, little carbon back in the face. I did fill that. Can's not too bad. It's cold out here, so this feels good on the hand. But yeah, cycles, ejection looked good. Lock back, and you guys can see down here, looking at the target. Shooting a little right, which is probably me, but 10 yards out, we move back to our original zeroing spot of 10 yards, and we're hitting. So I'm gonna have them try it out, see what their reactions are behind the gun, and then we'll go from there. All right, Landon, you're up, bud. So Kimber Rapide 1911 with the Griffin Rev 45. Go for it.
Let's check it out. Hang on, I gotta do it. All right, that is super pleasant to the ear. It's really quiet, and the can, all that weight up in the front end, it's not even moving.
As you guys can see, sound suppression is great because under his ear pro is my ear pro that I left on the table.
Yeah, this can is actually, I mean, like Roger was saying, pistol cans, you're gonna get a little bit of carbon blowback. to your face, especially if it's not a flow-through can. But the benefit of that is it will be quieter. Non-flow-through cans are always going to be better on suppression, and that was awesome. Good group, but the can's just the kind of the golden ticket right there.
Gil's going right into it. No hearing protection. Go for it, bud.
Man, that thing is sweet. It's crazy how much better like the accuracy is with the can on there. It's just so much easier to track that dot. Yeah.
You mean the lack of recoil when you got, you know, a pound and a half out there on the front of the gun?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
How'd you do with accuracy? Looks pretty good.
I kept it all in the vitals there. But yeah, that was fun. I don't think I ever shot at a 45 suppressed like that before. It was cool.
Now, of course, I wanted to run some bill drills suppressed as well.
All right, guys, so of course, now that we are suppressed, we have to run some bill drills suppressed using the QVO secondary SD holster. Definitely check out the full video on that if you're curious about it. Let's see what kind of times we can get suppressed bill drills 7 yards out. Here we go. Back in 261. 6 shots total. First shot was a 1.67 and what, 3 Alpha, 3 Charlie, but I like that group. Let's go one more time. .246. Best split was a .16. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 2 Alpha that time, but I'm pulling, that's me dipping down low and left. I guess I can do one more clean. Brought up a little higher. 261. Let's see where we're at hit wise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie. So I definitely like shooting it suppressed, don't get me wrong, but I am noticing that carbon coming back kind of smacks me in the face a little bit, a little distracting. So .72. First shot was a 253. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 Alpha, 3 Charlie. Good job, dude. Stand. .6. First shot was a 203. What do we got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Where are you? Where are you? It's got to be in there somewhere.
Maybe right here. I did see one go left a little bit.
There you go. So 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie for a 3.6. .47. First shot 205. Let's go take a look at those hits.
Through
You got one
One
Delta.
out. It wouldn't be landing if I didn't throw at least one in a Delta. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're good. Little bit my support hand not doing its job, but I don't even know why I'm even wearing these. We're shooting suppressed.
Yeah, I haven't had them on since we did the first shots through them.
I know.
All right, let's go again, dog.
Yeah, let's fucking make it happen.
.25. First shot 2.16.
Still getting used to this holster, but I definitely sunk them all in the A zone.
Nice, man.
Starting to get a little messy there because we're all kind of benefiting from having this can on the front end. It's going to reduce recoil by a lot because you have, like you said, a whole pound on the front end of the gun. But it is nice.
Any carbon in the face for you?
100%, yeah.
Okay,
Carbon
yeah.
on the face, starting to muddy up the lens again, which we can look at later. But
how's the holster?
Natural. Solid. I thought it was going to be a huge learning curve, but like you said, just coming straight forward with it, tearing out the front, and it's natural.
Cool.
So now a couple of things here I want you guys to all notice. The SG shot timer allows a sensitivity high enough to pick up suppressed shooting, which is really great. 45 ACP is already subsonic, so being able to pick up those hits on the shot timer is a really cool feature that I dig. Additionally, we are using our secondary SD OWB holster for those of you wondering. It's going to allow you to holster a suppressed weapon, and we offer models that are going to work with a weapon light or without, so you don't have to run the light if you don't want to. You can find them on our website, qvotactical.com. Now typically most 1911s have a really good out-of-the-box trigger. The same goes for the Kimber Rapide Heat 1911. To better illustrate this, here's an up-close look at the trigger out on the range. All right guys, while we're out here on the range, just a little up-close and personal look at the trigger. Here is your take-up, very minimal. Get to that wall in classic 1911 fashion, very nice, crisp, and light break. Reset is very minimal, and there is the take-up again. Fast follow-up shots. Very easy to do. So I'm always a fan of 1911 triggers, the straight pullback, the very short take up, and then the crisp break at the wall and the very short reset. Now before we left the range, I wanted to get Gil and Landon's final thoughts on the Kimber Heat. All right guys, final thoughts. Kimber 1911 Rapide Heat chambered in 45 with the threaded barrel. What do you think, Landon?
Finally, 1911 that's optics cut, a plate that's gonna hold, and overall, I like the gun. Everything about it. I am a little bit not disappointed. The trigger is good, but I think I'm just a little bit spoiled with everything else you bring out to the range.
Gotcha.
But as far as fitment and definitely accuracy, it was impressive. What do you think, man?
I mean, overall, as soon as we suppressed it, I definitely like shooting it a lot more because the recoil was a lot easier to control. But man, this was a fun gun to shoot. I definitely liked it.
Dude, suppressing a 45. If nobody out there has heard it before, try to go out to one of these events that they hold and hear a suppressed 45. It'll make you immediately go buy the gun plus a can. Yeah, not having to wear yours is dope. Everybody should get cans. Agreed?
Agreed. Do it.
All right guys, now that the range footage is over, let's take a look at the specs of this new offering from Kimber. The Kimber 1911 Rapide Heat model is a hammer-fired single-stack 1911 chambered in 45 ACP with the 5.5-inch black DLC threaded barrel and match-grade bushing. The gun also features suppressor height sights and is designed to work with their optics mounting plates. As you see here, we have the Trijicon RMR mounted, and we get a nice co-witness with the iron sights. The slide is made from stainless steel and features front and rear cocking serrations. The frame is also made from steel and features a 1913 Picatinny rail so that you can mount weapon lights like the Surefire X300. The Kimber Rapide Heat also features black and red pattern G10 grips to go with the theme of the Heat model. Lastly is the Kimber Pro 2 Red aluminum V-cut trigger, which performed very nicely as you saw in the range footage. Now for my overall thoughts on the new Kimber Rapide Heat. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you guys all know that I have a soft spot for 1911s. It is the gun that I am most familiar with, and in my opinion, the gun that points the most naturally and easiest for shooters. This has been my experience anyway. On the range, Gil, Landon, and I shot somewhere between 500 and 700 rounds to the gun, and we only experienced one single failure to feed malfunction. That was with one of my original Chip McCormick mags from 2005 though, so I don't know if we can blame that on the gun more than the magazine. For the gun to perform this well out of the box, in my opinion, is expected, especially when you're talking about higher end 1911s like this one from Kimber. Now for those of you that are not 1911 fans, this gun's probably not going to be for you. However, if you are a fan of the platform, I'm happy to say that they also offer this in a 9mm variant for those of you who do not wish to endure the recoil of 45 ACP. You can definitely see that there is more recoil, especially when we slow the footage down on the range, but the gun does return to zero extremely fast. In regards to accuracy, this thing was putting rounds on top of each other, as you saw in Landon's first rounds and in this 20-yard shot here. It looked like it. Just for fun, Landon was like, hey, can you hit this from 20 yards over the truck? So it was right there, passed right center through the remaining frame, remaining lens, and then hit the alpha box in the head. Hey. Landon found some broken sunglasses on the ground in the desert, and we were just goofing off. But from about 20 yards out, I was able to put that round directly through the target's left eyeball. Now, shooting this thing suppressed was amazing. It sounds amazing, or I should say barely sounds like anything at all. The sound suppression with the Griffin Armament Rev 45 was superb and very enjoyable for all of us to shoot. It was also really cool to shoot some drills with a shot timer and suppressed shooting, as most shot timers are not capable of doing this. Now, I also want to take a minute for a shameless plug. For those of you guys wondering which holster we were using in this video, it is our QBO Tactical secondary OWB holster in our new Aloha Red fabric overlay. For this specific model, guys, we utilized a 1911 holster with the threaded barrel option. That way, it would cover both the entire slide and the extended threaded barrel. The holster features multiple points of adjustable retention, which are going to allow you to get the retention to your liking. With the Phillips head screwdriver, you can simply just twist the screws and get it as tight or as loose as you want. Additionally, we also use the SD variant of the same holster for our suppressed shooting while out on the range. If you're not familiar with our secondary SD holster, make sure to check out the full video. There should be a link popping up somewhere above my head. Now, I will say that my only gripes about shooting the new Kimber 1911 Rapide Heat model was during the suppressed shooting, some of that carbon was coming back towards the shooter. I definitely noticed some of the carbon smacking my face on my cheek just below my eye protection. This would be a great home defense gun suppressed. However, I do have a small concern about the carbon hitting me back in the eye, since if I was in a defensive situation in my home, most likely I'm not going to have eye protection on. With the carbon coming back, we also noticed that the Trijicon RMR glass was getting covered in a little bit of carbon, hindering the view through the optic. We were able to still get on target. However, you can see here in this footage how the optic does have some carbon on the right side and lower corner. My last gripe is going to be about the magazines. It only ships with one 8-round magazine. I do wish that it came with multiple magazines, and especially being a single stack gun, I wish that it came with like some of the Chip McCormick 10-round Pro Mags, the ones that I have. If you guys haven't checked these out, definitely look into them. I think that they fit perfectly in regards to both function and aesthetic. I recommend picking up some of these from Brownells or Gun Mag Warehouse, as you're now going to have 10 rounds instead of 8, and again, I think it kind of finishes off the overall aesthetic of the entire setup. Well, guys and girls, that's going to wrap up our review on the new Kimber Rapide Heat 1911. For those of you that are fans of the 1911 platform, definitely let me know your thoughts down below with this new model offered from Kimber in the comment section. For those of you who are not a fan of the 1911 platform, I'd definitely like to hear your constructive thoughts and what you prefer to run it while you're out on the range. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to Everett from Kimber. It was great talking with you, man, at TriggerCon, and I appreciate you reaching out so that we could start checking out some of what Kimber has to offer here on the channel. Everett was able to also get us another one of their newer firearms that has recently hit the market, so you're going to be seeing that here on the channel very soon. Check out our shorts and our reels on Instagram if you haven't seen what I'm talking about. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new here, because we post new videos every week. We appreciate you watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.
So what you just witnessed is the worst trigger freeze the internet's ever seen.
We'll just go again, dude.